Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to go through our weekend sales. It was a pretty bad week at the start of the week, but the sales at the weekend just made up for everything. So I'm going to go through what I sold. Also in this video I'm going to tell you why I don't think you should be promoting your stuff on eBay due to some of these sales, but I will explain in the video while I go through and I come to that actual product I sold, which was promoted. So then let's go first, and it's a vintage sale. I did a couple of vintage things this week where I've actually put my trainers, what I bought, on vintage to see if they sell on there. Might as well, because obviously if you sell things on vintage, you do not have to pay fees, don't have to worry about post and packaging. It's all paid by, by the customer. So I bought some New Balance trainers, absolute beautiful, sold them on vintage. Sold these for £30. I bought for £2 and I made a £28 profit. This is why vintage is so good. You just make more profit if you can sell high-end stuff. You probably won't be able to sell on vintage because people don't like paying much unless it's real good quality. But didn't even get an offer. They paid straight away. Literally in a matter of hours it was gone. Also I sold two more pairs of trainers. One was these Nike Air 270s active. Got them in a charity shop with the Vapor Max, which I've just sold today while I'm doing this video. Put these on, bought these for £5 because the tread was quite worn, but they're still fine. You still could use them. There's nothing wrong with them. Sold them on vintage for £20, £15 profit, but obviously the wear on the tread obviously knocked down the price. These would have been easily £30-40 trainers if the tread was fine. My last sale on vintage was actually the Solomon walking like sandal shoes. They're covered up a bit more than normal sandals. I bought these in a charity shop for £10. The only reason I paid £10 is because one of the name, they sell well, and also they were brand new. They were basically brand new. I didn't even have to wash them. Just gave them a quick wipe over, and they sold in a matter of days as well on vintage for £22. Bit lower than I wanted. I wanted to get 30 for them, but I was thinking I just want to get stock out. The last couple of weeks I've just thought about getting stock out. If I lose £5 here and there because of a sale, but I get rid of the thing, then I will, because I don't want to keep it on my listings for ages. Obviously vintage as well. If I was sold these for 30 on eBay, knock off the fees and that, you're probably looking a couple of pounds more than on vintage, and it's a lot easier on vintage. So if you think about selling things on vintage, give it a go, because there's still people still do pay higher than a couple of quid for a pair of trainers. I haven't put any of the trainers I've bought off vintage on there yet. It might be time to do that. I don't know. I don't want to get banned, but they don't look nothing like when I bought them. They're professionally taken photographs on this, all clean, shiny lighting, so people wouldn't even know. So that was my last vintage sale. I sold 3 vintage things. I have actually sold some more since. It's just gone crazy with trainers. I've sold a lot of trainers this week, but now the rest of my sales are on eBay. And the first one was my ceramic policeman. It's a money box. It's absolutely really nice condition. I mean, it's nothing wrong with it. It's beautiful. It's actually something you can collect. They do lots of different ranges. Bought it for £3 in a charity shop. Sold it for £14. Just made over £8 profit after fees. Next is from my nan. She gave me a load of stuff. I still haven't done that video. I'm going to show you the video. It's just because I bought a camera, a cheap one. I'm going to get a GoPro, and the footage was rubbish. I've got the footage ready. I just need to basically sort out the bits and bobs around it. Probably going to be this week or next week when I get it out, because I went to Wakefield around the charity shops there. Obviously my nan gave me loads of stuff as well, which is all free. And one of the things she gave me was this Philips heat lamp. It's for your muscles. It just basically looks like a lamp, but heat comes out of it. Put it near your muscle where it's aching, and it sort of like heals it a bit. Absolutely free. Sold it for £15, so 100% profit on that. My nan's doing the business. I've sold something else, but I'm going to wait until you see the actual video to see what else I've sold on there. The item I sold was a Sky Plus box with remote. It was just the Sky box and the remote. It wasn't in a box or nothing. Worked and everything. Got it for £2.50 and I sold it for £20. Get your tech. Tech is amazing. Tech. Do your research. If it sells for maybe, I would say, £10 more than you bought it for, get it anyway, because if it doesn't work, you can sell it for like spares and repairs. Just check spares and repairs before you buy any tech, because the worst thing you can do is spend like £4 or £5 or spend loads of money on loads of tech at car boot and none of it works, and then it's not worth anything, because some things are worth more than others. Obviously, the more expensive things, or for scrap, they're worth about 20, 30, maybe 40 quid, even more. Depends on the item, depends on the condition, of course, but get your tech in because you can make a lot of money off it. Saying that, I did buy a Sony camera from a person on Facebook Market. It was a Sony camera recorder thing, and I bought, what else was it? A Fujifilm camera, both in good condition, like looking wise, but none of them worked. Don't know if it's the battery. I haven't got the battery. I'm not going to go and buy a battery just to see if it works, because the camera itself, even if it worked, was not worth much. It's worth about 20 quid. So the batteries are about 10 quid to buy anyway. So didn't want to waste my money on buying a battery for a camera that's not worth much. Sold it for spares and repairs for £7.50. I bought the two things together for £10. So basically, if I sell the other camera now for a fiver, a tenner, I'm gonna make probably about 10 quid profit max. Bit of I didn't really shouldn't have bought them things. I thought they would be sold for a bit more, but the person who bought this is going to get a really nice bag, because it came in an Antler bag. The Antler bag's probably worth more than the camera's put together. So yeah. Next, I've sold a suitcase. It's been a long time since I sold a suitcase. I've sold quite a few, but they've been lagging around for a bit recently. I sold a medium suitcase, red Carlton one. I'm gonna stop picking them up now, because certain places sell them for like £8-10, and they don't seem to really sell much more. They're selling for around the £25 mark at the moment. The big ones sell for about 30, 35, 40 at a push. And when you're paying for 10 quid for one, you're not making much profit. Like I said, I bought this for 8 quid. I sold it for 23 quid. So I made a £13 profit just after fees. It's, for the size of it, it's not really worth it. Especially when I can buy something like a pair of trainers and make the same amount, and it's just a tiny little object that can easily store away. So when you're buying things, don't think about just the profit, but think about how you're going to store it as well, because it gets to a stage where you are cramped. I mean, I've got suitcases everywhere. It does look like an airport at the moment. As I just talked about some tech, I actually did sell my Albert little mini TV. I actually thought this was just a little mini TV which you just watched, back in the day. It actually was from a car. This TV was fitted in a car. It was a what sort of car would fit this TV? I mean, it was about this big and that wide as well. It wasn't mini, nothing mini about it. It was small, but it was huge. I mean, you must have had a tank to put that in. It would have been in a very luxury car, but I picked it up for peanuts. I think, £2 I picked it up for. I sold it for £15. I did lower the price. You see them sold for around £30 usually, but I think it was just because the make Alba maybe not as sought after as other makes. But you know what, I got it for 2 quid. It worked, so yeah, profit's profit. I don't care. Next is one of my best sales of the week, which was my Japanese Almari lamp. Haven't got a clue what year it's from. Don't know if it's 19th, 18th, 17th century. I haven't got a clue. And most people probably don't have a clue either. So if you think you know what you're on about when it comes to these lamps, Japanese stuff and all that. You probably do not, right? Because there's no way of telling how old this lamp is, you know. Obviously, the lamp part was fitted, but the vase itself, we don't know how old. I didn't put an age, I just put vintage, you know. Somebody who's a proper fine art collector or expert in Japanese art maybe know roughly by the design and that, but I sold that £60. I paid £3. I also sold a pair of trainers on eBay this week, and they were the double airs, mint trainers, absolutely lovely looking. They did have like holes in the back. I didn't see when I bought them, like the holes in the inside wear from obviously the heel. But somebody still bought them because I picked them up for £3 and I sold them for £25. So yeah, I made a £19 profit on after fees on that. As there's about 6 or 7 things left to tell you what I've sold. The next item I put as a promotion because of how bad it was at the start of the week. I've promoted before. I'm going to promote my expensive items. Anything that's £50 over, I'm going to promote just to see if I can get some money, basically, and if it works. Don't know how promotions work. You know, there was all types of different numbers. I don't know if you can change the pricing of promotions or anything like that, but they take a percentage off anyway. I sold a wheelchair this week. It's a good one. It's worth about £100. They sell for £100 all the time, you know. So I had it up for £100. Somebody made an offer for £96, and I took it because it's £4. I actually thought I was going to be making a lot of money off this, and I didn't. It took a lot of money. Obviously, the fees, I understand fees, and obviously when the fees come off, the post and package comes off. So the post and package doesn't really make no difference because that's coming out your own money. So when you think about it, you're going to be taking £15 off it just for the fees. And they added the promotion ad fees, and they took another, what, £13 off it. As soon as I saw that, I took the promotion off everything else because I thought that was absolute disgusting how they can charge. They basically took off almost £30 in fees for an item. So something that almost was £100, I only made £55 profit off it because obviously I had to take off the price of the wheelchair, which I paid £10. If this is what I'm trying to tell you about this video, do not bother with promotions. They are a waste of time. I would only say make a promotion on an item if it is very, very niche, very, very strange, or worth a lot of money, where you can push a lot of sales, like bidding wise, you know, and it's a one-off and you can get lots of sales. I wouldn't bother if it's anything else because eventually it'll sell. If there's lots of them that do sell, it will sell. Also, I did have a walker which I sold, an Ego walker. It's actually a really nice one. Sold it for £46. Bought it for a £5. Made £24 profit. A nice little sale now, and it's a set of Wilson golf clubs, deep red 2s, all just a random bunch of irons. Picked these up from the Shrewsbury car boot for £1. Yeah, I was surprised when I saw Wilson on them and they was just taped up for £1. I had to grab them. I don't know how no one picked them up. Paid for obviously £1, sold for £30. So good profit on that. Also in Shrewsbury, I picked up some Mercedes-Benz sunglasses. I've already sold the Audi ones. They went ages ago, but I finally sold the Mercedes-Benz ones. I actually like these. I think they're pretty cool, but I'm not a sunglass person. I have to have a certain sort of sunglasses to suit me. I would have kept them, but nah, I didn't like them. I paid £7 for these. I sold them for 30, so a nice little profit there. Finally, I sold my Tech Deck skateboarding toys, like little finger skateboards. I bought these ages ago, and I thought, wow, big bundle tin. Very rare tin, which they don't make anymore. Saw lots of sales going for big prices in over the hundreds, but I could not shift these. I think the more American more populated areas that like this sort of stuff. I did pay £7. I sold it for £25. I did think I was going to get so much more, but I got a profit of 12 quid, so it's better than nothing. Next, I sold some Wedgwood Blue Pacific plates and little cups, like espresso ones, really nice. Bought them for 3 quid and sold them for 12 quid, made £7 profit. So it's okay. You know, we're down to our final, I would say, something I didn't know sold so well. And it was a Microsoft Sidewinder joystick. This was massive back in the 90s when obviously PCs ruled the world with gaming. They probably still do now. If you're a proper gamer, PCs are always better than the consoles. And I saw in a charity shop, not one I really rate that much. It's got a few good things. I actually got the wheelchair from there, but I saw it for 5 quid and I went, this has to be worth more than that. Where I live in this is called Wellington. It's very, very hard to get signal. So I go around, try and get as many pictures probably, then go into Wetherspoons, get the signal, you know, get Wi-Fi on there, and then I search for them. And then hopefully no one's took them, and then I go and pick them up. Did that with this. Seeing it was selling, sold £64, £60, 60, I mean, loads. I mean, so I just ran straight to that place, got it for £5, hoping it would work, and it did, because luckily I've got obviously a PC. It worked. It wasn't compatible with my PC because obviously mine is a bit more modern. You have to have a certain age, so you have to have Windows 98 because it's from the 90s, this joystick. It was a bit sticky, horrible to clean. But yeah, literally put it on and it was sold within 2 days. Some person was like, oh mate, were you giving me for 40? I was like, no, I can sell it for 60. He's like, oh, but I really like it. I was like, we'll buy it for 60 then. And he left me, and then the next day he tried it again. I'll buy it for 40 with post and packaging. Well, you'd be buying for 60 with post and packaging, you know. So I just ignored him. I knew I could sell it, and then literally when he was jabbering on, somebody went bang, bought it, and it was sold. So just shows when you have quality or have something that's really good, it sells. Don't bother lowering your prices for something that you know you will sell. Even if it doesn't sell, you know, within a couple of days, just be patient. Usually, if it's really good, it will go in a couple of days. But yeah, all of my sales is now done. I suppose you've been wanting to know what I made. So in total, for all the things I've gone through, I spent £80. Sales, £565, 49p before fees. Obviously, I had a few vintages, so that helped out with the fees. Profit was £392 and 62p, and that was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 4 days of sales. I sold a few things in the midweek, which was probably about 4, nothing special. So probably totaled up to about £500 in profit this week in total, but £392 and a few pennies for 4 days work in profit is brilliant, and I'm really chuffed. I've had a really good week. Last week was really good. Obviously, it was payday for a lot of people. This week so far has been really good. I haven't totaled up. If you want me to do another one for this week's, well, obviously it'll be in next week's videos. I'll do one. But yeah, it's all happening. It's all good. Obviously, payday is this week as well, so maybe next week will be rubbish for sales. Anyway, that is the end of the video. If you did enjoy this video, please hit that like button. And remember, if you are new to this channel, subscribe. Comment down below saying hello. Tell me who you are. And comment down now which was your favourite item that I sold this week. Goodbye.